So I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning because I've noticed I have a bunch of duplicates of CSS that should have been just once. The reason why I want to do it now because I'm trying to prevent things to get really cumbersome in the future, or cluttered, should I say that word. Um, I've noticed like the area, it's kind of like what it does. We are repeating that multiple time. We got the area right here, like a side menu. We got it on individual components. I'm the one that was doing that. We got it right here. It's not bad, right? Components are reusable. That's the purpose of using components in React or Angular. But I think it's getting a little bit too much. I'm getting not tired, but getting confused. Instead of having that to be in different pages, which is not bad. But this sort of repeating, get the header, bring it again to the new page, it's too much. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to bring it on. As far as I'm trying to make things to be simpler, because I don't wanna, build Google in one day. Google or Gmail was not built in one day. I'm trying to make things to be simple as possible they can be. And so I'm gonna move this header and the side menu if I can, because I don't know if I've already tried that, because a lot of things we do, it's bunch of I'll say try and fail, or should I say trial error, error success, but I'm gonna try to bring I'm gonna do that to bring the header to what am I doing that I just discovered that once I create this new page, it is sub routes, should I say. Yeah, that's the correct word from the Nextjs terminology, sub routes. I noticed that I had to bring the header and the side menu. What if the side menu can just be on them on what if it could just be on the layouts? All right, and the layout is on the dashboard grouping, and yeah, I could just bring it to the layouts, at least the header, you know. The one thing I'm trying to think twice before I do this, because I want to make sure that the business component, this will be the page for a business entity or business user. I wanted to make this one to look a little bit different than the individual accounts. If it's a business account, I want it to be a little bit different, but you can't do everything. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first, I need to move. Let me go first to this one. Yeah, this page, uh, when you land on slash path cadastre, right? Meaning when you get on this path, you know, domain.com, this is this is the page. I like the fact that this page doesn't have yeah, this page doesn't have the header. So the header is somewhere right here on context components. Okay, so it makes sense. Context components, we got first of all, let's deal with the new owner. It's okay. This is where the user have to complete the name, phone number, because we don't want the user to insert their first name and last name when they're creating accounts. Just email, password. They go, they confirm. They get an email, they confirm that they are who they claim they are. And once they confirm, by the time they're logging, that's where we're gonna ask them on their first login. We're gonna ask them their name, a first name, a phone number, because we want to make it faster for them to log in and start using immediately. Yeah, so as soon as they start using that, they'll get a feel of that, see all the features and see if they like it. So I'm not making the user to register, inserting the name, the last name, when they're registering. They'll do that in their first login. So in their first login, if they skip doing that in their previous login, they will be compelled to insert their first name and last name. This one looks okay, but I did that right here. So I'm gonna bring this individual account logic. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this header. This is the main component. So I'm gonna bring this individual account logic. Let me do this. I'm gonna copy this. I know things will get crazy, but I'm gonna copy them. Okay, I have to bring the header first. Boom. All right, so replace that with the simple div. Okay, and I'm gonna go right here. So I gotta do all this housekeeping because I want to make sure that as the code base getting extended. By extension, I mean adding new line and features. I don't want things to get crazy, or I don't know, which I don't want things to get cluttered, right? It's cumbersome, I don't know what to do, and it's gonna be even difficult for me to explain that to those folks, that will be joining, because as soon as that things is released, right, you don't want to run, you want to make sure that it is what it is, man. So I'm a little bit pragmatic, I try not to make things perfect, but I try my best to make things simple and secure, right? I don't know why I think too much about security than thinking about performance, because in today's where technology is kind of like a five timing, or it goes 5 times faster than in a couple of days things change. You don't know who to trust. Even your framework may be your first enemy. So I don't know, but I'm trying to make sure that these things can be easier to explain that to somebody else. Okay, so I've copied that piece of code. I'm gonna paste it on the layout. This is the layout. We got the body. Now, before we see the children, let's paste this div. So the children will be on the div. I'm gonna close the div. So we got imports this header. The header and the custom title. The custom title enables different paths to have their own name. If the user land on application path, right, domain/application, they want to be able to see on the header AU on application. When they go to subscription, they want to be able to see AU on subscription, and so forth. Document, they're on document. Portfolio, they're on portfolio. And when I'm talking about portfolio, I'm not just talking about portfolio of stock, right? Stop lying to the guy. I know you got a lot of money. You don't have to give him false information. So I'm not talking about the portfolio of stocks. Portfolio just means a collection of products or a collection of, documents, or a collection of X portfolio. When I'm saying portfolio, don't freak out. Oh, he's building something about stocks now. Portfolio, it might be a collection of products, a collection of security, because any tender is a security, right? Because you can exchange a tender to a different party. And when I'm talking about tender, this is kind of like a legal name. Don't get freaked out. It's just a word. I don't want to use the correct word. I'm just making that complicated. I know that's what a lawyer do. When you see a lawyer, instead of using simple English, they always make things so complicated, and then they'll freak you out so you can rush in, pay them, and let them do the job. So when I'm talking about portfolio page, I'm talking about a portfolio of tenders, right? A portfolio of things that can be exchanged between entities. I mean, those of you that know, because the IRS consider you as an entity. It doesn't consider you as a human. The IRS consider us actually as a working machine, to pay tax so they can get some money. They don't, yeah, it's only when there is a pandemic, they kind of, they're human, but when you're working, you pay tax, you are an entity, right? So when I say that it's a portfolio of tenders can be exchanged between entity, I'm referring to you as a person or to a company, between company. That's what lawyers does, right? Lawyers, they always use complicated words to freak people out. Okay. So that being said, we copy that. Let's go to layouts and import that. So we need to get the first name. We need to get the user. Yeah, we need to get the user. Let's see if we can get the user. Where are we getting the user? We're getting the user from creds. Okay. See, this is where things are getting crazy. If that is the case, we can get creds from the layouts. Is it possible we get credits for the layouts? Mm, mm, the layout is part of yeah, the layout is kind of like a wrapper, right? It's a wrapper around the page. Let's see this page. What is the page we are dealing with? We're dealing with this page. Oh, right. And we're getting the creds right here. Can the layout be async? Okay, let me try to Google something. Or do you also Google? Yes, I do Google. The majority of us do Google. Raise your hand if you never Google something. I mean, I Google, but it doesn't mean that I, copy everything from Google. What should I type? Okay, it can be. So cool. Layouts can be async. So if layouts can be async, I can do something like this. Yeah, so everything I've done here because I wanted to send creds on the future. Let's see what else layouts can. Yeah, it's possible to do things like and man, I'm touching one of the critical. It's okay, I can break it. Let's go to page. I'm gonna have to copy everything from here. How can I inject? Okay. Yeah, I think things are getting um okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see what I can do right here. So I'm gonna go back to individual components. I'm gonna no page, this page. Let me copy everything from this page. Okay. Hmm. Um. Okay. This page. Um. This page supposed to bring. Uh. I'm trying to see how I can I rewrite this because oh, I see. In case instead of using this logic of if else, because it's been a while since I've written this piece of code, so the logic has changed. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let him yeah, I'm gonna let him I see you can send a promise on the page. Yeah, I actually don't need yeah, I don't want to have a double. Okay, I'll see. This logic has to be removed. This is the old way of doing as if I was trying to remove that. Anyway, I'm gonna remove that. Let me comment that face. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to create a new way, right? Use this business field. This is business field subpath sub path relative to subscription payments. Okay, user profile. I'm gonna create export constant user profile path. Okay, it's gonna be an immediately invoke function. I've already explained why I'm using an immediately invoke function instead of using or I can just do, yeah. So this is gonna be an array, and this array will contain business, individual, new owner, not found. Okay, and then we're gonna copy this array. We are going to import that right here. Yeah, it needs profile. Okay. We're gonna go back, right? Where are we now? Hey, I'm getting lost within my own thing that I've written. Okay, so I'll get it in a few seconds. Let's go back on now layouts page. Okay, so we're gonna get the current components. The way we're gonna get the current components, it's not gonna be this way anymore. Let me see if we can okay, we can. So cool. I like that. I like the fact that layouts take precedence over page. There are certain things you can do in layouts, but you gotta be careful because layouts kind of encapsulates all the pages. You know, layouts is more important for CSS and page structures. Unless you know what you're doing, you know, be careful doing some redirects on layouts. But what I need to do, I'm gonna use profile, and I'm gonna find I need to pass prop on the page. This page. Oh. This condition was kind of like a making sense, but now it's oh, I see what I'm gonna do. I might use cookies. Yeah, I might use this condition. Let's see the middleware. Um, okay. Um, I'll leave it the way it is. Let me go back to where I was. Okay. How can I? So when we land on cadastre, okay, so if we go on middleware, where is the middleware? Yeah, guys, this is the way I build my middleware. About protect path and non-protect path. Unfortunately for this one, I had to use /application, which is kind of weird. You know, it's supposed to protect automatically the application as well, but I'm gonna see if they made change, you know, how to protect the subpath, because it looks like because a lot of I was reading a document where they find a vulnerability in requests and middleware in Nextjs, which was already fixed, but I'll do what I can. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for if the user is authenticated, right, in the login, right? When they redirect in, this is where we set static cookie. Let's see if this is a possibility. Hmm. Okay, I see what I'm gonna do. Um, okay, I see what I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do, um, in layouts, this is where I'm gonna set this. I'm going to set the next. This logic here, we got if it's error, new owner. Our error means that once we get the, I don't know why I respond with error. It's supposed to be just okay. Yeah, just okay. We wanted to make sure the user has a profile, because when the user, what's happening to make it faster, and if the user creates accounts, they do not need they actually do not need yeah, they don't need the name and last name. They'll do that once they activate their account via email, right? Once they confirm their accounts, and then they'll be able to be prompt to get to insert the username, I mean the last name or first name. So user creates account, accounts created, and exits. They go to their email, they confirm, remember it's a must. If the user does not confirm their accounts, they won't be able to log in. So even if a user create their accounts, if they do not activate their accounts, they won't be able to log in. Okay, so that's what I was doing. I think I have to rethink a little bit what should be done here. So what's gonna happen here? Let me copy everything. I'm gonna copy everything from here. I'm gonna copy it to the layouts. All right. The layout's gonna get cookies. The layout's gonna get cookie, and then it's gonna set cookie. Let's go back to the page. We also need the credential. Okay. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I see what I can do. Okay. Everything I'm building right here everything I'm building right here, I'm going to host that. Hosting just means to encapsulate that. I'm going to host that. I'm going to put that within the init profile. So I don't need this anymore. I'm gonna cut it. Boom. What is get first name? Yeah, I'll be doing a lot of house cleaning. I mean housekeeping here. Okay. So let me do this. Okay, copy that. Before I copy it, let me leave it. I have to go find everything I need here. Cut, copy, cut, copy everything. I mean, including the init profile here. Copy everything here. Cut it. Go to layouts. I need the font to load first, so make the fonts. I mean, it's local. It's not gonna take that. Where am I? Okay, cool. So we don't need this. We need init profile, of course. We need the home URL. These two are coming from the same location, so we can just comma and paste. Okay. Let's go back to the page. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna copy this logic as well. I'm gonna go to layouts. Okay, let's go to init profile. Hopefully I'm not using init profile some. Let's see. Okay, so that's what we're getting. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I'm gonna create a helper somewhere right here. Or I could just create it here. Oh, let me create it inside within set init profile set init components, right? Set init profile state init profile components. It's gonna receive a string name and it's gonna set yeah, let's import okay, I think cookie is gonna work here. Cookies set let's see where we're setting cookie on util auth. We're gonna get this logic. Okay, we call it and set. We're gonna call it init profile. Init profile. Okay, -x, and let's cut everything right here. The value gonna be name. We pass objects HTTP only true, secure true, path it's gonna be on everything. Okay, so that's the way we're gonna set. Okay, now we're gonna do if for response, because that's what we're getting. If response error, oh, I can leave it. If JSON okay, if response as an error, we're gonna set init. What was that message again? New owner, right? Okay, so if error, we call set init profile new owner. So it's gonna be exclusive else if response JSON response as business sets business. I mean, when we push that, I'm probably gonna complicate that. Instead of that being business automatically, I'll probably wrap that within 64 encoding. Why am I doing that? Because I don't want somebody to guess or some hacker to just go grab it, even if it's impossible, because it's gonna be on secure cookie. And once the user login or the session timeouts, when they exit, we clear the cookie. We clear the cookies, but you never know. But let me just be simple right here. I don't want to make things so complicated. As if, and I know some of you like, why are you using as if? Why don't you use switch? I can't use switch because this is where else is, as if comes into play, right? Because it's an exclusive condition or branching. So yeah, else if JSON response as owner, we set init profile to business. And this is gonna be play and go. If the user delete that before they go to the next one, we're gonna put default to not found, right? Because but why the user has to go to delete that just because they know, it really doesn't make sense. Else if as owner or JSON response as a full name. So this is where they already, they already insert their first name and they are logging, right? After inserting the first name, last name, and then they are logging for the next session. We want to go to individual, right? I think for the business doesn't need to have a first name and last name, but they just need their business name. Yeah, the business just need their business name, but when they start using the accounts, we're probably gonna pop up a message, hey, your account doesn't have a first and last name, because usually a business has to delegate somebody to manage the account. Yeah. Okay. Else, I think I have to use brackets right here. Let me just use brackets. So I'm gonna do that this way. Oh. This one is gonna be this way. Individual. And this one Let me name that X path. Okay. X partial. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let it be this way. At least it's readable, you know. Cool. For now, it looks like I'm using init profile. Let me see where I'm using init profile so I can see if I have to leave the return. Yeah, I don't think I'm using that in different place, so I can remove the response here. There will be no response. It's just gonna run. Okay, so, oh no, no, it should not run. We need more. Let's see layouts. We need this action so we can set this. Yeah. This logic also I need to bring it on within the init profile. All right, there's another logic right here. Oh, what did I do? I forget something. Let me go back. Okay. Else if just in response, which is the profile, is arrow and set string. We need to import set string. Set string is right here on util. Yeah. Set string. Just in response. Now instead of making just in response, let's just use this as profile. Right. So it can make sense as profile. So we're gonna replace. I don't know how to replace once. There's a shortcut where I could replace JSON profile everywhere, but I don't want to look for that. It's not important now. And don't go out there and make a video about that. It's unnecessary. Okay, so I'll see what are we gonna do. We're gonna set init profile component to not found. Okay. I'm pretty sure the layouts run within, or it's kind of like a wrap the page. So this one will probably run first because the page is right here. Yeah. This one run first because the page is right here on the children. Okay, so we're not gonna return nothing right here. I just wanted to get that condition, else not found. Okay, so again, we encapsulate that logic within the init profile, which is gonna run in within the layouts. Yeah, username. What is the username? I'll see where to get the username. Oh, let's see. Why did I copy? Where did I copy this? Okay, not important. Cool. Making progress. This user. Get account name. Oh, I know what I did it. I get it. I get it right here. Yeah, this user, we're gonna copy it. Let's go on layout. Do we need credential? I guess we need within okay. Email this ID. Why do we need credentials for? Okay, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna comment this out, but we need user. Okay, so we need user, and we need account number. Okay, let's do it step by step that way. We need the account number. We need a username. And we need yeah, we're not retaining anything, so I mean, we can still retain something after doing all this. Retain as profile. Okay. Go to layout. Now as profile, we're gonna exist. Constant user. Now we get the user, the first name. How do we get the first name? Let's go to individual. I can copy this for now. Go to layouts. Let me move it to util. For share util, I'm gonna move him right here. Export function get first name. It should not be this way, it should be user. Okay. Now we're gonna get first name. Right here, we are going to import first name on share util. Say string, we don't need him. We need first name. We are going to call first name with as profile. Okay, so we're getting close. So we got user, but we need credential. We need to send credential. To set credential, we can do something like this. We can do what are we gonna do? Okay, we are going to go within fetch. Okay, within fetch, we can before we retain a profile, oh, so if we're getting email everything here, we may not need that on the layouts. Oh, we need username, we need this, we need token, everything we need that. What do we need? Let me go on the layouts. We need to set credential. Credential should be set. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, credential should be set right here on layouts. We're gonna set him right here. Email, user, token. Where are we getting token? Hey, this one will be repeatable. We just gonna we need username though. We need username. Username is being set by getting this guy here. For now, let's duplicate this. How can we set a username? I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna pass the username right here. Email, username. We got a new property. And this gonna change. Email, username of type string. Okay. So username. Okay. Now we can so username will be this is not username. Okay, cool. So we got username, get accounts. We need to import get accounts. I think is in util, right? Get accounts. No. What is get accounts? Page. Get account is in share util, yeah. Units profile. Share util. Get accounts. Okay, cool. So we got this, and what we gonna do? We're gonna 64 encode it. Okay, we're gonna 64 encode this one. Layouts, init. JSON stringify. We stringify this. And we call local storage set item. Let's call that Ubien. We call that Ubien. Credits, right? We call that Ubien credits. Okay, so we set. If we set in local session, it's gonna require a client to get that. No, let's put it in cookies. Cookies set HTTP secure. Let's see. I can't see well. Is it true? Okay, we have same site secure, true, same site lacks. Okay. That's the way I go through different to find the property of a class. So I find the new. So we're gonna say same site lacks secure true HTTP only true what is path. Okay, so okay, so we can make sure that we're gonna put the 64 encoding of this object signified JSON string. We put it right here. I'm not trying to make things complicated. I just make sure that when I set the cookie, it's not gonna be plain text or a simple JSON string signified, because people can interpret that. And the more people can interpret that, the more you're giving, you know, Edgar the possibility, or Bonnie, you know, Edgar. Not all Edgar are bad actors, and some of them, they just, you know, try to see a vulnerability from your application and sell that, right? They say, hey, I found something. Do you wanna buy it, or you want me to sell it? I mean, usually they don't say that, right? If they have a good intention, they're gonna tell you earlier. If they don't have a good intention, they're gonna explode that for a couple of months or sell it on the black market. People explode that, and then they will tell you, and then you give them money again, which makes them make double money, right? Or quadruple or 10x. Yeah, it's dirty out there, you know. The world is not a safe place. Yeah, I'm doing all this without trying, but I'm gonna see. I know it's gonna work because I'm working on the server components. All of these are server components. That's why it's good to understand concepts, right? When you are working with your framework, you need to know the in and outs, right? You don't have to know everything, but just know, you know, the blueprints, where to move from left to right, how things flow from inputs and outputs. Because even us, human being, we breathe in and breathe out. We eat, digest, you know, so we do all this. There is in and out. So you gotta know the in and out. So as long as I'm working on the server components, I'm good. I know it doesn't have to be perfect, but what am I missing here? Oh, I say it needs profile, need the email, username. Okay, so I'm gonna pass the username. Yeah, you see how duplication, how the duplication did. I did this one. This one was the same as this one. and I'm trying to remove this duplication, right? I'm trying to make sure that everything that's supposed to happen, it's either happening on the parent component on the wrapper, and I pass it to the cookies and get it to the cookies. And when they use a move on the next step, we can catch that, we can put that state somewhere, and then we delete that cookie. Or we can leave the cookie as long as they're in session. When they leave the session, we delete the cookies. So I don't need this anymore. What I would need right here, because I'm done with layouts, first of all, I need to find path or retain path name. Okay, I don't have to call it path name. Components, so it can be clear. Components equal to what? You want to guess? Equal to this. It's equal to this cookie we set here. Right? Components equal constants init components equal to cookies get partial value or not found. Let's see where we're doing right here. Okay, it should be like this. Okay, value or not found, and then we will say it needs components. Okay, let's just name it in its components, and this is equal to current components. You see what I did? Oh. Yeah, I wanted current components to be a variable that can be changed. I don't know. I just want it to be a variable that can be changed. So we remove every logic we want here. We remove that. We encapsulate that within. We pass that to the parents, the layouts. So what's gonna happen before the children render right here? Before the children ever render, I guess I'm gonna be right, because theoretically it makes sense, but practically we don't know. Render children here. Okay, before the children render, we're gonna do all this mambo jumbo. The layouts will go get the cookie, set the cookie, yada yada. Yes, I say that again, yada yada. I mean, you can't get around that, you know. Yeah, so, and then we get the first name. We see not done with the page, right? We got the current components which are gonna work. We need the credential and the profile as arrow. Okay, now I don't want to get ahead myself, get too much ahead of myself that I'll be, you know, lose a lot of things. What I'm gonna do to make it simple, let me remove this so I can test what's happening to the layout face, right? So we're gonna comment this plus this. Instead of doing that, why don't I just copy this and paste it right here? Cool. And I'm gonna say this is the cadastre page. So at least, and then I'm gonna print the init component. I'm gonna show the init component. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what else we can do. Okay, so let's test. I think everything goes green now. I mean, at least a yellow. Yarn dev. I'm still using yarn dev. Not yet switched to turbo. I don't know if it's still experimental or they have deployed or did the full implementation on. Okay, let's test. Let's try. Okay, I need to change something on middleware right here. I need to include abonnement as well. Okay. Abonnement. Okay, so I'm including that because if someone goes to abonnement directly instead of logging, we want to redirect them back to logging. This is where the redirect is happening, right? If you are not logging, of course, this I have to do that because I'm doing I'm using HTTPS on local. Also, I'm redirecting 3000 to 3001, so I have to do this. It's gonna be removed by the time I push that. I'm gonna modify that because by default, when I push the application, it will be run behind the proxy, right? And the proxy will pass that to the server, which we don't need this. But because I'm testing the HTTPS on local, I have to do that manually. CD sectib. Okay, cool. So we start the server. Let me go. Make sure that abonnement will redirect to logging. Right now, it's not redirecting to logging. Let's try again. It's supposed to redirect to logging, but it's not. Did I pass that correctly? Oh, I'm supposed to pass the path. I mean, why they, you know? Yeah, it's supposed to be a path. Okay, cool. Let's try abonnement. Okay, so once somebody land on abonnement, as you can see at the bottom right here, right? You don't see what you see? So someone landed abonnement, it redirected to HTTPS 300 abonnement. Now they are on logging, right? If they're logging, they will go to abonnement. That's what I was trying to, that's why I add abonnement here and mayor. I don't know if I'm gonna do mayor. Probably have to start brick and mortars. I mean, it's crazy when you left the company, but the honesty talking about you, right? How crazy about that? For somebody that got a billion but still talking about you. Man, move on. You got a lot of people you can hire, right? Leave me the fuck alone. Can you hear that? Leave me the fucking alone. So, could not be found. Let's go to cadastre. Something happened. What happened here? Root layout 34. Oh, now we saw seeing things here. Layout 34. It's something happened right here. You know what I'll do? 253. 253 util. Oh, I see. 34. What is 34? It needs layout 34. Layout 34 is right here. Oh, I know what's happening. That's why I have to do. Oh no. Oh, it does. It does retain something. Okay, I see. Cookies on util complain. They say you importing it only work on server. Okay, what if I make this server? Use server. Actually, this has to be server, right? What's gonna happen? Oh, I see. So I'm gonna need to move init profile. I'm gonna need to move init profile. I'm gonna cut him, bring in on layout somewhere here. Let's try to bring it right here. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Let's copy everything from here to the layout. Remove this. Remove this. Something fail again. $80. Okay. I think the problem is on this one. Let me just I'm gonna cut this line because I have to do that step by step. Let me say full name gonna be full name. Okay. layout 63. What is 63 is doing? Instead of doing this, I'm gonna console log this, right? Console log error, so I can see that. Okay, account number fail. I'm gonna deal with account number later. Okay, I'm gonna deal with account number later. Let's cut this. I'm gonna assume account number is something like this. Oh, okay. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, that's the account number, so we can now allow him to run. Is he running somewhere else? Yes, it's running also here. One, two, three, four, five, 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, so Kate's first name is also failing. We're gonna deal with this later, one by one. We want to make sure the component is passing. Now we are getting in sub menu. Oh, sub menu. Oh, we are on the page here. Let's see. Okay, let's go to sub menu. Sub menu. Dashboard, components, dashboard, sub menu. What is he missing? 15. Is he missing the full name? of owner. I know why it's missing that, because we have now pass. Because we skipped it. Okay, so it's okay. I'm gonna go back, skip all this. Let's go to, ooh, where was I? Was on components, dashboard, abonnement, application, dashboard, sub menu. I'm gonna remove this with space. Okay. Okay. Okay, it works. Okay, we make some progress. Let's go to application. Yeah, of course, the application will fail because it cannot find init profile, but cool. So at least we were able, after doing everything I could, I'm gonna bring this back. So I wanted just to confirm that the layout, right? I wanted to confirm the layout will do all the AV loading or the AV pulling, and then you know, to set the header. I wanted to set this header, so the header will set even if not fully. So we're gonna go back, get the first name, make sure that the profile is correct. So what we need to do, I'm gonna console log as profile to make sure that it's returning what we need. I'm gonna go back to this sub menu, make full name to be, okay, I'm gonna copy that. Let's do this. Okay, make full name to be something like a space, right? So we can split that. Okay, cool. So we get the header on okay, so we get the header. We're gonna go back on so the layout seems okay now. Not perfect, but okay. Let's see if we'll be able to log in the S profile. The S profile, it's giving me some error. Cookies can only modify any server action or route handler. Read more. attempt imports init is not import from. That's why in the page, so we're gonna remove him. We're gonna remove this and remove this. Okay. Or let's comment that and go to this page or remove it. Yeah, I know why it's not working, because it's on sub thing. So I know we're gonna deal with you later. We're gonna comment you now. Comments. Remove this. All this logic will change, and this is the one that was giving the error to full name. This is the error that I found somewhere. So we're gonna do okay. Cool. Account number, we're gonna change that to okay. This one gonna be removed as well. Okay, so we can see if we can get the error out. Cookie can only modify. I know what we're getting. Are we setting the cookie right here? He's complaining because of this. What should I set these cookies? You know what I can do? This is the only place I'm setting a cookie, or I'm setting a cookie somewhere else. I'm setting cookie also here. I shouldn't. What should I do? Should I do something like this? All things. Let's do all things something like this. Instead of setting this, we can do all thing. Add. I'm gonna use a set. I mean, it can just be an object. Like sets, but okay, so let me just make it an object. So we're gonna do components equal. What was that? What was the name again? Components equal this. Components equal business. Components individual. Components equal not found. And components equal not found. Okay, cool. So we remove using this guy here. We don't want to set cookie. I'll see if what I'm doing will make sense. It could be a map. That would be better. But no, let's just make it an object. Okay, cool. So we do that right here. Also, we are going to do all things equal. Okay. And then what we're gonna return, we're going to return and all things. Okay, so things are working as expected, but yeah, so this is gonna be the objects we encrypt, and I mean we didn't encrypt, but we 60 base encode that. We get the individual components. This is the full owner name. Things are making sense. Where are we now? We are console logging this. So what we gonna do? We're gonna do constants as profile and all things. Okay, so we can get both of them. Okay, what are we retaining here? Yo. Why you say no? Yeah, I'm returning objects, right? So what's going on? Why you don't want to do? Why you don't want to this structure? Okay, so this was get first name. What was that? Get first name, right? This was get first name. As profile. What do you want? Are you an array? Is that what you want? You want to be an array or what? Okay, so you're supposed just to tell me you want to be an array. So we remove that error things are flowing. Let's go to cadastral. Okay, things are flowing now. So if things are flowing, the fact that we remove that, we can try this. Let's try full name here so we can get the user full name. Let's try get accounts. Get first name. Does the first name is working? Only the user. Yes, profile. Okay, so the account is working. User is working. What is the purpose of all things? All things was used to set the component name and what are we gonna use him here? Individual components. We need to pass prop to the page. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here. It's been for a couple hours now. How many hours? Yeah, 2 hours 25 minutes. I'm gonna stop here. So what I need to do on the page, this one will be removed. Next, the thing we need to work on this one. I'll see how I can get propped for the page. Because we want to look for a way we are going to send these all things. I mean, I'm gonna name it something. Send it to the children. Let's see, individual components. Yeah, so we're gonna look the way we can send these all things to. We're gonna send it to the page. As far as the owner, we're getting the owner everything we want. We just want to get the components, like these components has to go on the page right here. You can get the cookie bar. What if I do this? I think this cookie was probably valid, right? Using a cookie. Oh no, he say it has to be outside. it doesn't have to be right here. Yeah, I think there is a way I can do that. Yeah. Sometimes the repeatability was making sense, but get accounts. As profile, so this one is fine. Okay, this one is fine. The only thing we need to deal with is this page right here. Now, this one first. We need to get able it props. Yeah. Or we can just repeat the same action. I mean, if I could do that, but hey, I'm gonna stop here. I'm also getting tired. So let's just stop here and see if we can do that later. But I'm trying to make sure that I stop this repeatability here. Bring this error to the layout the way it is now, and also bring the side menu also to the layout, so that everything on the page will be on the children. All the page will be within the children, and see if we can pass data between things like a cookies or any container. We can pass data through from the layout to, or just to repeat the same thing if we can. Yeah, actually the fact that I already succeed using the header here, I can even inject the old things right here in the header, right? The header, yeah, I could inject something here to the header. Is there anything clients here? Nothing is clients here. Oh, this one is clients. Submenu is clients. Oh, I see. Submenu is clients. See, there is always a solution somewhere. So what I'm gonna do, the fact that I've already get the error, I'm gonna pass all things. All things will go to the sub menu. I'll pass this either all things right here, and then yeah, I don't want to make the header to be a client, only the sub menu, because it's hidden. Yeah, sub menu receive the owner. Owner comes from the cadastre. Good. Or instead of doing that, I can even send yeah, so on the owner I can send this, and I also send all things. I can do this. Why does he complain? Yeah, that's the object, right? So why are you complaining? Oh, supposed to be this. Okay, so I can send all things right here, because all things just contain the components. And once we get it right here on the owner, we got the owner everywhere. We also got the owner on sub menu, and sub menu will be hidden. Yeah, I'll look for a way I can inject it so I can make sure we make these components render well, you know. Okay, I'll do that next, probably next weekend. Okay guys, that's about it. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. That's where I sign up for. I gotta finish it.